Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today you can see I'm actually back to one of my original filming spaces because I am going to be doing, if you haven't guessed by the title already, 5 Harry Potter bags that I managed to get an amazing deal for on Vinted. So if you're interested to see these 5 bags, make sure you keep watching because we're going to go through them now. If you don't know already, Vinted is a reselling and buying app. It's kind of like eBay, but it doesn't have the seller fees. So if you put something out for £5, you will get that £5 back because the buyer is paying the little fee that they have to pay. So there's a buyer fee and they will also be paying their postage directly. So if you are, as I said, if you are selling something for £5, you will get the entirety of the £5 back. Now, I have been both a buyer and both a shopper on Vinted and I do have like a slight addiction. And today I'm going to show you 5 bags that I managed to buy off there, which are all Harry Potter themed. But it's not just bags I've bought off of there. I've bought clothing, I've bought collectibles, I've bought accessories, I've bought jewellery, I've bought vintage and really cool items on there. So if you want to see other things that I've purchased off of Vinted, because there's a lot, I've got an unhealthy addiction to Vinted, then let me know down below. Before we begin, I just want to give a huge shout out to my members of the House of Magic. If you are interested, it is £2.99 a month, which is about the same as a coffee. All the details are below, but there is no pressure to join. But thank you to everybody who has joined. To start off with this little bag. Now, I'm so excited to show you this. This is a little Danielle Nicole Slytherin bag. So this is the robe, like school uniform version with the tie. I will say it does look used because I have used it a lot. I bought this a couple of years ago. I want to say at least 2 years ago now on Vinted, and it was an absolute bargain. You can see on the back it says Danielle Nicole. Look how cute it is. It is very tiny. It does have these little clips here that you can push in and it will keep it looking all pretty and tidy, but I'm actually currently using this bag, which is why they're not pushed in, because I was sorting things out with it earlier. But it is so tiny, so cute, and such a bargain. We'll be going back and forth between this camera and my phone because my phone's actually got all the screenshots on it. So I got the bag for £11.50, and then with the fees and the postage on top, this bag was £15.68. This bag actually retails, from what I can see because I'm currently on Google, at £69.95. That means that I got about £50 off of this bag, which is absolutely insane. So I'm definitely pleased with that. It's definitely a bargain and I love wearing this one. So that's bag 1. Bag number 2, which is actually, I think, the first bag that I bought Harry Potter related off of Vinted, is this Gryffindor Ron Weasley Quidditch bag. Now, I'm actually currently using this bag as storage, so I'll try and show you little bits of the inside, but I've got my Pretty Little Liars box set in there, which I was meant to get signed. That's a story for another day. If you want to know about the time that I was supposed to meet the Pretty Little Liars cast, and then the company went bust and it all just went wrong, let me know because I'll do a story time about that. But we're talking about this today. So I managed to get this bag, which is a little bit dusty, and I do need to give it a little dust. It's been sat on my shelves for a little bit. It is an official Loungefly, and you can tell by the front. Now, you've got to be careful when buying Loungeflies on Vinted, just because there have been some people who have been taking like the Temu and the AliExpress. I'm not sure if Shein do them, but those versions, and putting them up as if they were legit ones. So please do your research and see what the official ones look like before you buy it, just because if you can compare it to a real one, even if it's just pictures from like the official websites, then that can also be helpful because there'll be little tells to show which one is legit and which one isn't. But I had wanted this one for ages. I actually want to get all 4. I really, really want the Draco Malfoy one. I just love this one. As I said, I want to get all 4, and I currently have the Gryffindor one. I love that there's a little like patch on the side, which is super cute. And this just looks really cute on adventures out and about. It was up for £30 and they gave it to me for £28. So including postage and packaging, I paid £32.59 for this bag, and I'm pretty sure this bag retails about £75–80. I will double check and put a screenshot if I can find it on here. However, I know that these bags are really hard to get hold of, and they actually don't go into stock very often. So you can quite easily usually get the Ravenclaw and the Hufflepuff one, but to get the Gryffindor and the Slytherin one is really hard. And I was very, very pleased with getting this for £32.59, including postage and packaging and the buyer fee. Or you could look at £28, just depends which one you want to look at. But yeah, I'm very pleased with this. I love wearing this, and I'm actually probably going to wear this to the tour in a couple of weeks, unless I change my mind, because I do change my mind a lot. The next one that I'm going to show you, this one I've had to do some hunting around because I didn't actually know where it was because there was no branding on it or anything. But I found this little Gryffindor satchel bag. I mean, how adorable is that? I found this and it was listed for £2. I really like the fact it had like the Harry Potter, because it's embossed into it in gold foiling. It has a pop out like 3D little Gryffindor shield. I really like the back like straps, and it's also got a lot of room in it, which is really, really cute. So there's lots of room. I think the only markings that was on it was like there was this little white marking, but it's in the bag, so it doesn't really bother me. So I got this for £2. When you add on the buyer fee and the postage and packaging, it was £5.79. I think I said before, I was really struggling to find out where this bag was from. So I did a reverse image search on Google and I found out it's from Minnesota. And then I was scrolling for ages. Literally before this video, I spent about 10 minutes trying to find how much it was. And then I came across this creator and her name is Alexis, I think it's Wyan. It's really hard to see because of the way I've screenshotted it, but I think it's Alexis WYNNM, I think. And she is from America, and she went to, well, I think she's from America because it's in dollars, and she went to Minnesota and bought one of these, and according to her, these are $29.99, which in UK pounds would be the equivalent of £22.17. So the fact I got this for less than £6 really makes me feel like it was a bargain, considering they sold it for £2 and then I just paid the postage and the fees. Because if I was to get this from Minnesota and I wasn't to get it in store, I would have to pay all the fees on top, which would be quite expensive. I don't think these came to the UK though, because I've not seen anybody talking about them in the UK. I've only seen creators in places like Singapore and America and places like that I saw people talking about these. But I love this, and now I am debating, do I take this one to the tour? I am debating because I think this would be quite cute too. Or I might take it when I go on some Harry Potter adventures very soon. I'd have taken this on the train with me when I went to do the Harry Potter HBO train, but I don't think I had it at that point, or it might have just arrived or was arriving within a couple of days. So this is a very recent purchase. The fourth one that I have bought is actually, it kind of comes in a set. So 4 and 5 are a set, but I bought them at 2 different times. So the fourth one I actually bought, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, 2022-ish. And it is, please, again, I need to give these wipes over. They have been on the shelves. They do need a dust. A little Hogwarts trunk. So this is the original Hogwarts trunk. It's not the new ones that have come out, it's the original ones. And I got this, which is super cute. So I think brand new, these were around £50. I actually got this with a whole Hufflepuff stationery set. So I got like quite a lot of other stuff in it. I think it was like, there was like clips and pencils and rubbers and rulers and a little badge and stuff like that. So this was up for £30 and I offered 25, which they accepted. So I managed to get this. And then with postage and packaging, the buyer fee included, it was £30.44, and I do not regret paying for that. At the time, these were going for a lot of money. They were quite expensive. So I was really happy with it then, and I'm really happy with it now. I sort of just look at it as if you take away the postage, it was £25, which is basically over half price from what they actually cost. And there's a lot of room inside, and oh, I actually have stuff in here. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this for here on Instagram, but I went to Pop Mart and I got this, and I got a Disney one. So let me know down below if you want to see that. I might even do it as a short. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do it as a video. It might be quite fun. And then there's also my little Harry Potter book that I took on the train, because I meant to do that on the train, but it was very, very crowded, so I didn't get a chance to unbox it. So this is that one, and you may have guessed what the last one is. Now, this was a very recent purchase. I was going to take it with me to the train station, but then I realised that I didn't know if I'd actually have anywhere to put it. I wasn't sure how many times we were going to go on the train and stuff like that, so I didn't take it with me, so I only took the small one. But you may have guessed it by now, I got the large trunk. I mean, I've been after this for the longest time, and the fact this is now in my hands is insane. Like, I can't believe that I managed to get this. I believe these are normally around £75, and I managed to get this for £27 plus postage and packaging and the fee. So with the fee, I actually got this for £33.24, which actually is a better deal than the little one. But I think these have started to go up on Vinted, so definitely have a look on Vinted, because the new ones have just come in. And lots of people are getting the new ones. So a lot of these have gone up, but none of them were particularly cheap. They're around the £60 mark, which again is only about £10 to £15 off, which obviously isn't a bad deal. This one, when I saw it, it was up for 29. I offered 27 and they took it, and I couldn't believe they took it. And this is my literal like holy grail type thing at the moment. I am so happy with this. I cannot believe I managed to get it. It's like got the original locks and everything. We have found though, because these can be quite delicate, that you can buy the same locks off of Amazon, so you can replace it. So we're going to try and do this one-handed and see how it goes. Oop. But it is our massive trunk, which actually came with the original like little card for the customer as well. I cannot get over this bargain. Literally cannot get over it. This is probably the favourite thing at the moment, but it could just be that it's the newest and the one that I've had on my bucket list for the longest. So I actually managed to get both the small one and the big one for like 60 quid or 60 something pounds, when it should have been over £100. So to me, that was a real bargain. That is all 5 of the bags for this video. I do have so many other things that I could show you that I bought from Vinted. I've got things that I can show you for outfits. I've got things that I can show you for accessories. I've actually managed to get a few of these vintage cups that I got for my mum. I'm looking that, pointing that way because the cupboard with them in is right there. But I managed to get some of them on Vinted. So if you want to see other Vinted buys that I have got, then let me know down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more of my videos and enjoy more magic, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on so you are notified every single time I upload. And if you want to see any more of my videos, please click here. Hope you're having the most magical day. I'll see you soon. Bye guys.